Big data. Let's see about big data. Okay, what is big data? Now we know we can save the data in file format in the SQL database and data warehouse like that. Why we are using big data here? When the data become huge, it will increase the size of the capacity to manage that huge data. So we are using the big data. For example, this data where we can use as big data format, data analytics, data science. If we take big data, we have many tools to use or gathering informations like Hadoop, Hive, Impala, Kafka, Flake, Cassandra, MongoDB, HBase, Spark. Here, Spark is mostly used for ML, streaming, all the purpose. We can use the data for data analytics, for dashboarding. Now mostly we are using for Power BI, Tableau, Data Studio. Now it's become a Looker Studio, Excel, statistic analysis in all the places. In the data science, we are using in ML, deep learning. In deep learning, we can use in the computer vision and NLP as a algorithm in artificial neural network and conversion neural network. This places we are using. Because of the increasing data, we need to get the information from the data. For that purpose, we are using the big data. For example, if we take in the Amazon, Flipkart, Google search engine, these places, using data we gather more information to catch the customer and use in all the places. So for that purpose, now it's become a data is like a new oil, like that we can say. This is information to enrich the business and give the information about the customer. Okay, we can get the data in any format. For example, if we take data, it become the structured data, unstructured data. Structured data means what we can say numbers and categorical these data. Unstructured data means image, video, audio, all this, the PDF, images, all comes under the unstructured data. If we take structured data mostly we keep in database HS MySQL like this. We can save the data in table, row and column format. We can use in is like a standard traditional way we can make the data. If we take unstructured data, this is in the format of image, PDF, video, audio. We cannot easily get the data from the unstructured. Using ML OCR technique, we can extract the data from the unstructured data. We can use in any place. So like that we can use. For example, in the data also have streaming. How the data we can get frequently. For example, we can call this as a tendency. Streaming, batch and mini batch. Streaming means each and every second we are getting the information from the source origin and used in our purpose. For the batch means it will give the data with less frequency. It will take 1 hour, it will take 2 week, 1 month, 1 year, like this. This is the batch format of getting the data. Mini batch means within 10 minutes, 1 hour, half an hour, 10 day, 5 days, like that. Big data. So okay, we are discussing this much time about the big data, structure, unstructured data. Now what is the big data? Big data means massive collection, because we can stay more data in the relation database. If the data will increase very huge and long huge years, it become very much huge, so it's difficult to handle. For that purpose we are using the big data. So it's increasing, expanding very quickly, complicated also. Store, manage and processing is very difficult. So because of the huge data, it's difficult to store, manage and processing steps is very difficult. So we can know now, before we can store something few GB data in the system or laptop. Now we can store more than 4 to 5 GB in the laptop itself. So then now the situation became changed. Even now we can save 1 TB also, like it's now we can have KB, MB, GB, TB, like this we can increase the data and store the data. For example, what the characters of data? The character means what are the character we can say for the data? Variety, velocity, volume, velocity and value. Variety means like what we said, structure, unstructure. There's a one more type. This is the semi-structure. Structure means relation database, like rows and columns. Semi-structure means what we can say? We can say the XML, JSON format and HTML format. So unstructured means this is the what we said before, image, document, audio, video. These are the variety. Velocity means commonly we can say velocity. What is velocity? Speed and rate. See speed, how much speed the data is getting. This is the one. Volume, how much data we are getting. Massive, we are getting huge data. This is the reference character is the huge data volume. Veracity, we can trust the data, trustworthy, because how trust this data is, because we are using big industries like banking and other sectors. So veracity is very important. Then value, so valuable and reliable. So value belongs to valuable, how much value this data is. This data is value because the data must be important to use in any industry, so it must be value. So as I said, batch data is periodically, like 1 week, 1 month, 6 months, 1 year. Mini batch means frequency, very less frequency, like this 5 days. This streaming data means very frequency, less than seconds. So these are that. So we see what are the big data, what are the type of data, what are the tendency of the type data. So this is the big data information, how we are going to use, and short description about the big data. So the next what we can say, evolution of the tools. So how the data storing tools will be evolved. Before we know, we use a file system. Here also we can save the data, but we cannot delete specific data. We can get you all the information at one time. Then DBMS, then because of the huge data we shifted to data warehouse. The data warehouse is like a repository, like we can store more data. From that, using the data warehouse we can get the analytics, we can get good report for the business purpose and knowledge information to do anything. Now because of the huge data, now the new concept is data lake. The data warehouse is the huge data, but because of the huge data, increase of huge data, now we are using the data lakes. So data lakes in the data warehouse, so we can't able to save the unstructured data, but in the data lakes we can save structured data, semi-structured data and unstructured data. Like this we can use. For example, if you take the what difference between the file system and database size is difficult to maintain here is possible, and also security difficult to maintain security in the file system, but database we can possible to maintain security by the role wise, and concurrency also difficult to handle in the file system, but in database is we can maintain, but the redundancy also we can maintain in the database. So OLTP this is the database we can use. So this is the like table format we connect and use for our purpose. We can then we can save the data in the database, then we can change or extract or transform and load the data into the data warehouse. Once we load more data in the data warehouse, we can create the report or dashboard for the future informations, and like this we can handle the data. So we know what is the big data, because it's a huge massive data. It has large informations. We can using this we can create the report, anything. It have the types. It have the types structure, semi-structure, unstructured, as the characters, variety, velocity, volume, value, recursiveness. So also tendency what we know, batch data, many batch data, streaming data. So these are the basic information about the data and big data. Okay, so the same information we can see from here. So same they say massive collection, how this have evolved this information. We can see for who are using Amazon, Facebook, Instagram, they are using big data to manage this, like what is the characteristic, variety, have the structure, unstructured, semi-structure, and also velocity, veracity, volume, value. So challenge is integration, security, tool selection. This is the main challenge. See what we said about OLAP and OLTP. OL stand for online analytics processing. So this is get tools, this one, this is stand for online transaction processing. This is the tools, technical informations to maintain the data in the big data, to use it in any other places to get the proper information used in the business, and manage the data correctly. So this is the short description about the short intro about the big data.